Hi, so I just wanted to put together a brief video to walk you through what is an often overlooked consequence of accepting a counteroffer. There are a multitude of reasons you would have heard of as to why you shouldn't accept a counteroffer from your current employer. Most of them are very valid. A couple of frankly dubious statistics that have been passed down from recruiter to recruiter and bandied around since the beginning of time. There is truth, however, that a salary increase will not address inherent problems. And the key commercial reason why an employer extends a counteroffer is because it's far cheaper, easier, and less disruptive than having to find a replacement. However, the most important and often overlooked consequence is the impact on future earnings. Let's say you're on a 70k basic, you've been disgruntled with your salary for some time, your current firm have had a multitude of opportunities to address it and bring it in line with market rate, but they've chosen not to. As such, you start to explore your options. You receive an offer from another firm at 80k, and happy, you accept and serve notice. Suddenly, your current employer rolls out the red carpets, reassures you on a few points, and makes a matching counteroffer. Okay, you think I can stay put, receive the same salary, and I don't have to go through the rigmarole of changing firms. So you accept. Great, right? Wrong. Remember, firms have budgets in place, salary bandings for certain roles at certain levels. They can only pay a particular amount before it financially doesn't stack up for them. Your new salary now puts you out of kilter with A, where they intended you to be before you twisted their arm, and B, your peer group. So let's look at the graph with this first line tracking where the company intended you to be before you resigned. Current salary of 70k, receiving incremental pay rises each year until you're on 87.5 in 5 years' time. So having had their hand forced to increase your basic salary to 80k, how does the firm reconcile this unplanned outlay and bring you back in line with their budgets and your peers? With future pay reviews and bonuses, of course. At the next year's pay review, having provided such a big pay rise the year before, the firm can easily justify giving you a minimal uplift or nothing at all. And the trend of minimal uplifts will likely continue for the next few years until you've been broadly brought back in line with your peers and with the firm's original intentions. And in terms of bonus, you may well have been receiving 20k bonus when you're on 70k basic, but now they're having to pay you 80. There's every chance you could come in closer to 10 to 15. So they can effectively pay you roughly the same total comp as before. Conversely, you could have started afresh with a new employer on a salary well within their bandings for the role and received commensurate pay rises and bonuses all along. And you can see the difference in the trajectory, what it means for your future salary and also the total earnings over the next 5 years for yourself. Obviously, these figures are only illustrative, but it's often what we see happening when somebody stays put after a counteroffer rather than moving on. So if you're ever in the situation of receiving a counteroffer, think about the impact on the longer term earnings trajectory and not just about the here and now.